Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be doing car predictions, cars that I actually think are going to come in the next DLC. That's coming December 10th most likely. And funnily enough, I put this in my last car prediction video where I showed the Viper, but now the Viper's coming in this DLC. Damn. But yeah, I've had a long time actually thinking this through, giving my educated prediction. It doesn't mean I'm right. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I think the Bullet has had its time. Bullet is a modern classic in GTA and it definitely needs updating. We said the exact same things about the Banshee, but now I think it's time for the Bullet to have its update. There's a lot of cars in the game that were based off a certain model, and then they brought a more realistic looking model out, and that's what we want with the Bullet. And of course that's the Ford GT. I think the Bullet's already a really good example. We got to remember that came out in GTA 4. Like, that's an old model and it still looks that good, but with the detail and everything Rockstar can do now, it just seems so plausible that this will be coming out in this DLC. It just makes so much sense. Now the 935, I can see this coming out as one of the new supercars, a car that will cost a stupid amount of money, but understandably as well. This is a rare car in real life, and it looks like it should be worth that amount of money. And it looks like if it came to GTA, it'll be costing around 2.7 million or so. And Rockstar has their history with Porsche. Like, Porsche actually promote Rockstar's creation. That's why you can see so many Porsches in the game that look so realistic. Like the Comet S2 is so realistic. The Macans are so realistic, which is the Astron in the game. They look so realistic because Porsche just don't bother when it comes to licensing issues. It makes sense, you know. I think they are promotions to cars when they post it in games, but obviously all car manufacturers want to stay away from GTA because it's a game that has a lot of violence in there. But in this way, if Porsche are reposting it on their Twitter, which they did, and allowing GTA to do it, they have no part in promoting GTA, and GTA could just use models that look exactly like their cars. I don't want to talk about this one for too long because I've mentioned it in so many DLC prediction videos, but it doesn't seem to come. Like, why? So many people love the car. The RS6 and Rockstar normally put cars in that are popular and people love, but they've not put the RS6 in yet, which is confusing to a lot of people. And maybe this DLC, it's time for them to actually put it in. A weird one that a lot of people are probably going to be shocked that I'm putting in, and it's the 1 Series, the new 1 Series that is being released right now. And it's a very controversial car, but it's a very pedestrian car, and Rockstar have not put that many hatchbacks in the game. I do see this car coming. I'm not a fan of this new shape, but as I said earlier, or I don't know if it's going to be later, Rockstar are adding a lot more pedestrian vehicles to the game. If I was to put a guess on how much this car would cost, I'd say 950,000. Rockstar will keep it under $1 million so people don't complain, but still at a high price for a hatchback. Okay, the Brabus version of the S-Class is a bit of a stretch, but we are talking the S-Class, which would be a modern Shafter. The Shafter has just been needing an update for so long. I don't understand why Rockstar have slept on the Shafter. They must know that so many people want this, but yet there is no new Shafter. There's so many opportunities they can now make use of. They've got so many models that they've missed out on of the S-Class that they can literally make this the new S-Class, or they can make it have features of the older S-Class. I know people say the BSTR has some features. They can literally do what they've done with the Schlagen and change the headlights the way the Schlagen has the headlights. But yeah, look at this. Like, this is what we need. We need some updated interior as well. I'm so tired of this. But of course, GTA 6 will have some really nice interior. I think we've seen examples of that somewhere. Like, even if this was 1.7 million, people would still be buying it. Heck, even if this was 2 million, I think, how did he fit through that gap? Even if this was 2 million, I think people would still buy it. It looks so like boss level. It would definitely get more sales than the 7 Series if that was in the game. Yeah, I think they got a high chance of adding this, and if not, please Rockstar add this. The 2018 Camry. A lot of people are going to be weirded out. Remember, this is not cars we want to see, even though I'd like to actually see a Camry. That'd be cool. But these are not cars we want to see. These are cars that I think are likely to come. And people are still probably shocked, like, hello, why would you think that this would come? And that's because, like, Rockstar, if you see the trend they're doing here, they're bringing a lot of pedestrian cars. Now, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the most common pedestrian cars we see out today on the US market, and one of them is the Camry. Now, of course, Rockstar are doing this referring to bringing out normal pedestrian cars. Because of GTA 6, these vehicles are going to be in GTA 6. It's why you have the Avenger, and we have the other version of the Camry, which is the Astro GZ, which people are going to be like, yeah, they're not going to bring a modern version out that quickly, but I think they have a high chance of doing so. Now, for every reason I've stated before, the Accord is another one that I think is going to be added because of its pedestrianization. And with this pedestrianization, I think there's a lot of cars in the game that are starting to look more and more realistic. So there's a lot of features we can take off the Civic that is already the Sugoi, which is already in the game, and we can place it on a sedan variant, not the Civic sedan but the Accord. And I just think with a lot of these cars, there's so much capability of modifications now. Like, I don't think it takes long to look at this car to realize what options you can actually put on it. There are a lot of options that can make this car look so much better and still be suited. We've all played GTA enough now to realize what mods would actually come, and we know what will satisfy us. The only issue is I think that Rockstar can't charge a lot of money for this car. I'm saying 800,000 max is what they charge for the Accord. So yeah, another car I think that will be coming in this DLC. The car that I should be driving around right now is the BMW M5, which is, yeah, it's not spawned in correctly. There's definitely a bug with that mod. But I've got the M3 here instead. Now, I'm not going to lie, like, the M3 is a car that I'm just thinking, why have they not brought? I was expecting this a few DLCs ago, but more likely, I think they'll bring the new BMW M5, which is that big, heavy BMW that everyone's memeing, but it's so popular right now. And that's the reason I think that one's going to come in GTA. I think Rockstar will meme it themselves. They'll make like an armored version of that car, and it will probably be an Armani Tech vehicle. So a car that's based off the new BMW M5 that's going to be an Armani Tech vehicle. That to me seems about right. And it's just weird how Rockstar are lacking when it comes to newer German sedans, like the main ones, the A6, E-Class and 5 series. Like, why are they not releasing these vehicles, even though they're quite famous and they have a lot of demand from everyone in GTA? So that's why I think the most likely the new BMW M5. Another car that I don't want in the game, but it's most likely going to come. I know it's not the Model X, it's the Model Y, but there was no mod for it. And the Model Y has just, I don't know, it's such a big popular car. And I'm guessing that's because the affordability. I don't know how much it costs, but it seems to be one of the best selling cars right now in the US, but it's not in GTA. Wait, does the Model X actually have an adaptable spoiler like this? Sure it doesn't, right? I'm sure this, I don't know. Again, I am adding cars that I actually think are going to come. I may do a video on cars I want to come, but that's going to be a video that is just really wishing. It's not going to be what I actually think is going to come. The Land Cruiser, a car that just is a GTA car. Like, this should be a GTA car by now, but it's not. Now here's a big opportunity for GTA to just make a HSW SUV that actually makes sense, and a popular vehicle as well. They can do a lot with this vehicle. They can actually make it so it has drag modifications, and you know, it has its limelight in real life, so it should be in the game instead of Rockstar adding vehicles like the Avenger. And then this has everything. It can also be a pedestrian vehicle in GTA 6, and it can be like a stupidly expensive 1.6 million vehicle in GTA that has an 800,000 HSW upgrade, and then it being stupidly fast. I think it just makes sense. Like, there's no reason why it shouldn't be in GTA. So with all that said, like, it should be in GTA, maybe in the next DLC. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and let me know what you guys think is coming to this DLC. What is your predictions? I want to see who has the most accurate prediction. I want to see the ratio. If you guess 3 cars, will all 3 cars be in the DLC? Because let's be fair, I've guessed about 11 or 10 cars today. If 2 of them are right, that means 20% of my prediction is right. But let's see in the comment section who can have the best percentage prediction, if that makes any sense. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy it, and see you guys in the next one.